Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah R, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today is Monday, February the 8th, 2021. Got a couple of happy birthday shout-outs going out to Gina Savisky, Shenandoah R long, and Mark Parsons. So, without further ado, hey, Shenandoah. Hey, Gina. Hey, Mark. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So, happy birthday, I'm say. You know, you're by 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, Shenandoah. Hey, Mark. Hey, Gina. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. That's another trip around the sun that you made. You know, I'm hoping that you're really enjoying your day today. So happy birthday to you, I say, and many more. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I got one song request today. That one's by Supertramp. It's called Downstream. I'm not even going to tell her that who she is, and I'm not telling y'all that Lisa Foster requested that song. Anyway, and then I've got my Pokey pal, Amanda Sue Little. That's right, Amanda Sue Little, my Pokey pal on Facebook. Pokey pal. All right. That's not all, folks. We got a whole show to do. That's right. A whole show to do. How's about the weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area? The weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area today is going to be brought to you by Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. That's right, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. That's right, Seasonal Wreaths and more. Jamie can do it for you. That's right, you can go and check her out on Facebook. She would sure love to do a few things for you. She likes to make table settings. She likes to make door hangers. She likes to make all kinds of crafty looking things. And each one can come to a season. So if you go to her page, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie, you will see a few different products that she has put together already. So, there you go. Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. What did I do? I just disappeared, didn't I? For the remainder of the day, that's right, the remainder of the day, visibly cloudy with snow showers, lows around 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be north to northeast at 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit with winds are right. Variable clouds with snow showers, lows around 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be north to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Yes, chances of snow 50%, snow accumulation less than 1 inch. And then Tuesday, February the 9th. Overcast skies with highs around 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy skies overnight with a few flurries or snow showers. Quite possible. Lows are going to be around 16 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then, how's about variable clouds on Wednesday, February the 10th. That's right, variable clouds with some snow showers or flurries. Highs around 22 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of snow 40%. Snow accumulation less than 1 inch. Cloudy skies overnight with snow showers developing after midnight. Lows around 14 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of snow 40%. And then, how about Thursday, February the 11th? Cloudy skies with snow showers developing during the afternoon. Highs are going to be around 20 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of snow 40% and snow accumulation less than an inch. Cloudy skies early will be becoming partly cloudy later on at night. Lows around 4 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then Friday, February the 12th, a mixture of clouds and sunshine in the morning, followed by cloudy skies during the afternoon. Highs around 13 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast overnight with lows around 1 degree Fahrenheit and winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Yes, sir, folks, I do believe I will go 2 more. That's right, Saturday, February the 13th. Overcast skies with highs around 13 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be north to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies with lows around 7 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be north at 10 to 15. Oh, that's -7, friends. Not just 7, but -7. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Lows with winds are going to be blowing in around 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to do one more, and that would be Sunday, February the 14th. Believe it or not, folks, it's only going to get up to 8 degrees. That's right, partly cloudy skies with highs around 8 degrees, and winds are going to be north to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy skies with lows around 4 degrees, -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. This is not St. Charles, Missouri weather. We don't go below. Very rarely do we go below. And you know why? Well, you know why we're going below temperatures like this? Global warming. That's right, global warming. What? Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. They say global warming would be quite the opposite, wouldn't it? I mean, if it's warm, if it's hot outside, that would be global warming. If it's cold outside, that would be global cooling. Yeah, I would think so. Global cooling. Now, I don't know per se. What I'm going to have to say here, though, scientifically speaking, not that I'm taking measurements daily of the temperature of the Earth or the Earth's core, but I will tell you this. Ever since the beginning of time, when God said, "Let there be Earth, let there be a planet," He built this planet, and ever since that point in time, it has been changing. Now, it got really, really, really cold a few thousand years ago, and they called that the Ice Age. That's when everything froze. And ever since the Ice Age, the temperature of the Earth has been globally warming. Oh, you mean we're not still frozen block of ice? And the dinosaurs are now no longer roaming the Earth because the temperature has been getting steadily warmer? Doesn't take a scientist to figure that one out, does it? Common sense. Wake up, America. Wake up, world. Is there such a thing as common sense? Well, I don't know, but we ought to go back and get some. Some of these people have lost their minds. I know how they done it, too. They were all shook up over whatever the media tells them to be, and they tilted their head the wrong way, and it all fell out. Mindless people. Common sense, that's all we need. You know, I'm no genius, but I know there are a bunch of stupid things being said on the media, and all you got to do is look at numbers. You look at some of the numbers, and they tell you that the media is lying to you. Do you think that if this pandemonia, this COVID pandemic was so hugely bad that we've got to shut down the world for it? Have you ever seen the movie Outbreak? Well, I tell you what, I don't see people walking in and out of a town in rubber suits with gas masks on, and the military walking around with these gas masks on and shutting down towns and walking around in these rubber suits with the face shields on them, like in the movie Outbreak. And guess what? The movie Outbreak was the same thing. It was a virus, and it was used as a biological weapon against one city, and a little monkey spread it. But in this case, it was a bat. But if you watch the movie Outbreak, that's what we should be seeing right now. If it is as bad as the mainstream media's presenting, then we should be seeing people walking around in yellow rubber suits with face shield on and respirators on them, rubber gloves, and if you get cut, if you get some of that blood on you, or if you get any of the virus on you, you will die. You will choke inside out. Your insides will be your outsides. And that's all there is to it. And no, my friends, and this was hitting every other person in the town. Every other person in the town. Not 1/3 of the people in town. No, everybody. The mother of the family, and then 2 children. I mean, they had hundreds of thousands of people in one town. So, tell me, where is this pandemic of an outbreak? Oh, it's going away. Why is it going away? Well, because Joe Biden was presumed the president. Joe Biden is not the president of the United States of America. I don't care how many times you all say that he is, until we get a legal vote. I don't care if it comes out his way or anybody else's way, but until only the live people and the people that are old enough to vote and the people that are registered to vote in the state they voted in, and the people that didn't vote in 2 states, and the people that were not illegal immigrants, vote until those votes, just the legal votes, are counted, then I will be okay with the outcome. But until that point in time, no. I'm not going to let the media tell me who won. I'm not going to let the media tell me that Joe Biden is the president of the United States. It's not true. And if it were true, why in the world would they be trying to oh goodness, what's the word? See, I get so frustrated with everybody. Impeach. Why in the world would they try to impeach someone who is not impeachable? You cannot impeach a United States citizen. The only outcome an impeachment can cause is to remove the sitting president from office. That's what impeachment means. Removing the sitting president from office. Now, if there is no sitting president, if President Donald Trump is not sitting in office, if he's no longer the president, like the media would have you believe, then why or how do you think you can impeach him? Nope, we've got to have that impeachment trial to put him out of office. If he's already out, you know you stole this election, you know he's not out, then you can't impeach him. It doesn't work that way, folks. It does not work that way. Common sense. Read the Constitution of the United States. Read the laws. Read the bylaws. read the amendments. And folks, I'm telling you, it cannot be done. It's you're not able to do it. He's a private citizen at this point in time. He is no longer a sitting president, if that's what you believe. But you know you don't believe that. You know you want him to get impeached because you know he is the legal sitting president of the United States. And you have to get him out of there because you're stealing the election, and you're trying to steal his seat, and you know better. You know he belongs there, and you can't get him out because it's all going to come down to you. It's all going to drop out in your lap, folks, and you're going to be so surprised, and it's going to turn around, and all you American citizens who were duped by the media, who've got you confused and and that's what they're doing, folks. They're just trying to confuse you. They're trying to let you know that they're not trying to let you know. They're trying to figure you out. Figure you out how many people are gullible enough to believe everything we say. We say, put on a mask. Wait a minute, the mask won't do you no good. It'll only do you good if you don't need to use your mask unless you're going outside. And if you're going outside where the fresh air is, then you should probably breathe in some good fresh air. But if you're going to a store where they have air recyclers, then you should put on a mask so that you do not spread the disease. Which, if you are spreading this disease, or if you could possibly spread it by coughing or something of that nature, then where do you cough? Since you were a little kid, didn't they teach you cough into your elbow pit? Like your elbow pit, cough into there, or sneeze into there. Okay, then how is the American greeting these days? Oh no, you can't shake hands. Because why can't you shake hands? You didn't sneeze into your hand. No, you sneezed into your elbow. Now, what are you going to do? Oh, elbow bump. Elbow bump. Watch him. Watch him on every time you see the government officials come up to each other, instead of shaking hands, hugging, or planting a kiss on each cheek, they bump elbows. Oh, and where did they sneeze and blow out their germs? Oh, in that same elbow. Oh, does this make any sense to you? If you're going to spread the disease, there you go. That's how you do it. Okay. Anyway, that being said, off of the soapbox one more time. Took a boat Sunday down by the sea. It just felt so nice, you and me. We didn't have a problem or a care on earth, and all around was silence everywhere. We'll keep the love lights shining through each night and day. A lonely life behind me. Oh, what a change you've made. So down here on the ocean, we will stay. We will stay. We will stay. Been through a lot of changes, turned a lot of pages to know you as I know you. That is all I need. And we will get along somehow if we both believe. Been through a lot of changes. Been through a lot of changes. Been through a lot of changes. Turned a lot of pages when I took a boat on Sunday. Well, that's it. Well, the song seems a lot longer than that when they were doing it. sides. That's probably not. I mean, it's the right song, Lisa. I sang the right song. I didn't do it exactly the way Supertramp does it. But the one I'm trying to figure out, and I can't, it goes like, down by the sea. And I can't think of what the name of that song is. And I'm sure Steve Clary can give me the answer. Down by the sea. And I can't think of the name of the song. But I can do Elvis all day long. Let's do some Elvis, by the way. All right. I know. What was it? Oh, I'm going to make her cry. I'm going to make you cry. What was that? Oh, there we go. Song lyrics, Jody and the Kid. There we go. Will make you cry, ain't I? She would meet me in the morning on my way down to the river, waiting patient by the chinaberry tree, with her feet already dusty from the pathway to the levee, and her little blue jeans rolled up to her knees. And I'd paid her no attention as she tagged along beside me, trying hard to copy everything I did. But I couldn't keep from smiling when I heard somebody saying, look yonder, there goes Jody and the Kid. Well, even after we grew older, we could still be seen together as we walked along the levee holding hands. For as surely as the seasons she was changing to a woman, and I've lived long enough to call myself a man. And she often laid beside me in the coolness of the evening, till the morning sun was shining on my bed. And at times when she was sleeping, I would smile when I'd remember how they used to call us Jody and the Kid. Now the world's a little older, and the years have changed the river, 'cause there's houses where there didn't used to be. And on Sundays I'd go walking down the pathway to the levee with another little girl who follows me. And it makes the old folks smile to see her tag along beside me, doing little things the way her mama did. But it gets a little lonesome when I hear somebody sing, look yonder, there goes Jody and the Kid. All right, there you go. Had to do it. CB Radio, CC Citizens Band Radio, the CC Radio, CB Radio. Used to talk on the CB Radio. That's right. Hey, Rajo, breaker, Rajo. Hey, I used to sit out there at nighttime and I'd talk to the people across the river. From my mom and dad's house, it was a good 10 miles across that river, but I could catch a skip. I had me an old RKO radio. I'd like to sure get one of those again. Best radio I ever had, RKO CB radio. And then I had a K40 antenna for my car. Yep, boy, I tell you what, I could sit out in that old gremlin and just talk and talk and talk. Let's see, Rojo. Rojo. How about a CV song? Oh, here we go. Song lyrics, Rubber Duck. Not Rubber Ducky. That's a Rubber Ducky. How about, oh, that's what it is. Song lyrics, Convoy. There, let's try that one. Oh, Breaker 19 is there. Here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Pigpen? Oh, come on now. Hey, you're on 410, 10-4 there, Pigpen, for sure. By golly, it's clean, clear, flat town coming. All right, yo, that there's the big 10-4 there, Pigpen. Yep, we definitely got the front door. Good, buddy. All right, mercy sakes alive. Looks like we got us a convoy. When the dark of the moon on the 6th of June, in a Kenworth a pulling logs, a cab over Pete with a reefer on, and Jimmy hauling hogs. Well, we are hauling, for the beer. Oh, I know. On the 101, about a mile outside of Shaky Town, I says, Pigpen, this here's the Rubber Duck, and I'm about to put that hammer down. 'Cause we've got a little convoy rocking through the night. And yeah, we've got a little convoy, and she's a beautiful sight. Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We got a rolling convoy across the USA. Well, hey, convoy, hey, breaker there, Pigpen, here's the duck, and you want to back on off because them hogs. Come on, convoy, yo, 10-4, about that 5 miles or so. 10, Roger, them hogs is getting tense up here. By the time we got to Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But they's a road deck and up in the cloverleaf, and them bears was wall to wall. Yeah, them Smokies is thick as bugs on a bumper, and they even had a bear in the air. I says, calling all you truckers, this here's the duck, and we are about to go a hauling bear. Oh, 'cause we got a convoy a-rocking through the night. Yeah, we've got a big convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Gonna roll this trucking convoy across USA. Convoy. Oh, give me a 10-9 on that there, Pigpen. Convoy. Negatory, Pigpen, you're still too close. Yeah, them there hogs is a-sitting too close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes, you better back off another 10. Well, we rolled there up in Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails, and we tore up all our swindle sheets and left them sitting on the scales. By the time we hit old Chi-Town, them bears was a-getting smart. They'd brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. Them armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Yeah, them chicken coops was full of bars, and chopper flies filled the skies. Well, we shot out and lined, and we went on for a broke with 1,000 screaming trucks and 11 long-haired friend Jesus in a Christian microbus. Sure thought that was a different word. Sorry. Oh, rubber duck there. This is a sodbuster come over. Yeah, hey, 10-4 sodbuster. Listen, you want to put a microbus in behind that suicide jockey? Yeah, he's a hauling dynamite. Well, he needs all the help he can get. Well, we laid a strip from the Jersey Shore, prepared to cross that line, and I could see the bridge was out with bears, but I didn't have a doggone dime. Well, I says, Pigpen, this here is the rubber duck. We just ain't gonna pay no toll. So we crashed that gate doing 98, and I says, let them truckers roll, 10-4, 'cause we've got ourselves a mighty convoy a-rockin' through the night. Yeah, we've got a mighty convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Come on and join our convoy. Gonna truckin' these convoys across the USA. Convoy, hi there, Pigpen, what's in your 20? Convoy, Omaha, that's where we'll go. Oughta know, what do you with that bumper hogs of fearing the fogs at all? Convoy. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're gonna back on out of here, so keep the bugs off your glasses and the bars off your rear. Convoy. Off the tailwind, we'll catch you on the flip-flop. This here's a rubber duck on the side. Convoy. We're gone. Bye-bye. All right. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I know there's another CBN song out there. And well, if you think you would have cried over that other one, let's try this one. Please don't make me cry. When I do this one, I almost cry myself. Well, because I think about the end before I even get there. So bear with, folks. Bear with. Bear with? What about a bear? Song lyrics, teddy bear. And here we go. Are you ready? Are you really ready? I was on the outskirts of a small southern town, trying to reach my destination before the sun went down. The old CB was a-blaring away on channel 19 when there came a little boy's voice on the radio line. And he said, Breaker 19, is anyone there? Oh, come on back, truckers, and talk to little teddy bear. Well, I keyed up the mic and I said, You got it, teddy bear. And a little boy's voice came back on the air. Appreciate the break. Who we got on that end? Well, I told him my handle. That's when he began. Now, I'm not supposed to bother you fellers out there. Mama says you're busy for you to stay off the air. But you see, I get lonely and it helps to talk, 'cause that's about all I can do. I'm crippled and I can't walk. Well, I came back and I told him to fire that mic up, and I'd talk to him just as long as he'd like. Well, this was my daddy's radio, the little boy said, but I guess it's mine and Mama's now, 'cause my daddy's dead. Daddy had a wreck about a month ago, and he was trying to get home in a blinding snow. Mama has to work now to make ends meet, and I'm not much help with my 2 crippled feet. She says not to worry, that we'll make it all right, but I hear her crying sometimes late at night. You know, there's just one thing I want more than anything else. Oh, I know you guys are too busy to bother with me. But, you see, my dad used to take me for rides when he was home. But I guess that's all over now, since my daddy's gone. Not one breaker came on the old CB, and that's the little cripple boy talked to me. Well, I tried hard to swallow a lump that wouldn't stay down, as I thought about my boy back in Greenville town. Well, Daddy was gonna take Mama and me with her later on this year. Why, I remember him saying, "Someday this old truck will be yours, Teddy Bear." But I know I'll never get to ride in an 18-wheeler again. But this old base will keep me in touch with my old trucker friends. But Teddy Bear's gonna back on out now and leave you all alone, 'cause, well, it's about time for Mama to come home. But you give me a shout when you're passing through, and I'll sure be happy to come back to you. Well, I came back on the air, and I said, before you go 10-10, where's your home 20, little CB friend? Well, he gave me his address, and I didn't want to hesitate, 'cause this hot load of freight was just gonna have to wait. Well, I turned that truck around on a dime, and I headed straight for Jackson Street, 229. And I rounded that corner, oh, I got a heck of a shock, 'cause 18-wheelers were lined up for 3 city blocks. Well, I guess every driver for miles around had caught Teddy Bear's call. That little crippled boy, he was just having a ball. For as fast as one driver could carry him out in, another would carry him to his truck and take off again. Well, you better believe it, I took my turn of riding Teddy Bear, and then I carried him back and put him down in his chair. And, buddy, if I never live to see happiness again, I want you to know I saw it that day in the face of that little man. Well, we took up a collection for him before his mama got home, and each driver said goodbye, and then they were all gone. He shook my hand with a mile-long grin and said, "So long, trucker, I'll catch you again." Well, I hit that interstate with the tears in my eyes. I turned on the radio, and I got another surprise. "Breaker 19," came a voice on the air. "Just one word of thanks from Mama Teddy Bear. We wish each and every one of you a special prayer for you, 'cause, well, you just made my little boy's dreams come true. I'll sign off now before I start to cry. May God ride with you. 10-4 and goodbye." All right, hey, that was Teddy Bear. Alrighty, hey, it looks like it's about time for bedtime for the kids. That's right. Bedtime stories. It's Shenandoah TV Grandpa. That's right, TV Grandpa time. Let's see, what are we gonna do, TV Grandpa time? What are we going to do, TV Grandpa time? Let's see. TV Grandpa time. We're gonna go back to Disney, I think. What was the last one we done? We were redundant, done. Done. TV. How about The Adventures of Gummy Bears? Gummy Bears? Well, okay. Didn't know that there was ever such a thing as Adventures of Gummy Bears. Once upon a time, very long ago, in Gummy Clan. Alright, I wish they would get their printing right. In a lot of these stories that are written on this page, I don't want to divulge the page's name because, well, it drives me nuts. It says bedtime short stories, and it's bedtime stories and short stories for kids. And that's what it's called. But anyway, a lot of times they don't get all the words exactly correct. So when I'm reading them to you, I read them for what they say, but they're not correct. So anyway, let's start again. Once upon a time, very long ago, in a gummy clan lived many gummy bears. In one house lived 6 gummy bears. Gruff, Grimy, Zoomy, Toomy, Soonie, and Chubby were their names. One day, Grimy became angry while playing a puzzle game with Gruff and stormed out, leaving Gruff alone. When the others saw these two fight, they decided to pick out some gummy berries for them. While they were picking out the berries, everyone's basket was full except for Toomy's. I am hungry, complained Toomy. Just then a rabbit ran between Toomy's feet. The poor rabbit looked scared to death, and Toomy observed. Scared to death, Toomy observed. What Toomy didn't know was that the poor rabbit was being hunted. Further, the poor rabbit ran into a large net while she was trying to get away. Large, lanky hands picked the poor rabbit up. You mindless rabbit, you can't run from me. Nothing escapes the great Divini. Well, laughed he, but I will give you one chance to escape. Saying that, he let the rabbit go. But before the rabbit could run away, he sprinkled some powder on it, which instantly turned her into stone. Yet another addition to my collection, laughed the man. He took the rabbit and put it in with his collection. Good thing I stole the magic powder. Now everyone will believe that I am a good sculptor. He laughed, and just then he heard the bells of his cages ring. Ah, more prey, more sculptures. He ran to his cages, where he found the gummy bears. What? He asked, for he thought gummy bears did not exist but in fairy tales. The gummy bears looked at each other uncomfortably. Zoomy tried to fool Divini by saying, "We are only dressed like gummy bears and aren't real gummy bears." When it began to grow darker, Gruffy did not know that Grammy too was spying on the others. Give me nice poses, and I might let you go," said the man. But instead of letting them go, he turned them into stone. They will fetch for me a fortune, the man thought. And just as he collected his prized collections, Gruffy swung over the man's head with a vine. But since his jump was ill-timed, he fell right into the net. Grammy was aiming at the man's head. "What did you do that for? You ruined everything, Grammy," yelled Gruff. But before they could continue with their arguments, the man ran after them. "More gummy bears for my collection," he laughed. But Divini couldn't catch them, so he left without them. And when he was gone with his wagon, Gruff popped out of the bushes, and along with Grammy, Gruff snuck into Divini's wagon unnoticed. Soon Divini stopped the wagon near the royal courtyard, showing off his sculptures. He was happy that people were marveled at his creations, while Gruffy and Grammy decided what to do next, Davini stomped inside the wagon. Picky, he screamed, pulling out a tablet. He then chanted some words from the tablet to an eagle, which turned back into flesh from stone, and Davini left with the eagle, muttering about how the eagle should please someone. And soon after, the king came to visit along with the young prince and princess. Davini showed the gummy bears statues, saying he made those statues especially for the princess and the prince. The king agreed to buy them from Davini. Kevin, the prince, recognized the gummy bears and asked how did the man manage to make them. And before the man could answer, Grammy and Gruff pulled the prince aside and told the prince everything about Davini and the magic powder he had stolen. Gavin asked two gummy bears to hide until that night. That night the king paid a visit to Davini and asked him to make 2 more gummy bears. Davini agreed, as he knew there were 2 more gummy bears to be captured. Meanwhile, the 2 gummy bears crawled out of hiding and sneaked inside the castle. On the other hand, Prince Kevin went to Davini's room with a tray of desserts, and while Davini talked to Kevin, the 2 bears snuck into Davini's room, stealing the tablet. But the tablet slipped and broke. Davini tried to chase the bears, but failed. Then the 2 bears and Kevin snuck into the princess's room with the broken tablet pieces. Gruff and Green pieced the tablet together and chanted the words written on it, and the statues of the bears came to life again. The gummy bears ran away. But as soon as they were gone, Davini burst into the princess's room in search of the bears. "I know you're here," he shouted, waking the princess, who only got mad at him. Davini froze the princess in a fit of anger, and when Davini ran out to the courtyard in search of the gummy bears, he found them sitting with the tablet. "We supposed we could be partners," they suggested, but Davini did not want that. He was about to throw the magic powder on them, but Chubby stole it away. The gummy bears gave him a chance to run away, and Davini thought he was fast. He was free, but he pulled his wagon and rode off. But what he did not guess was that the gummy bears would unfreeze all the animals, and the animals would come after Davini. Gummy tossed the tablet away, saying, "They don't need it any more." The prince jumped up to catch the tablet, just in a nick of time. "My sister is still frozen," he said. The princess was frozen after the magic spell, and the bears returned home happily and safe. Okay, there you have it. That was the gummy bears. Sorry, I just read them. I'm picking those. I just kind of pick them. All right, hey, it's time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. That's right, Our Daily Bread portion of the program. It's brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. The Bible with Briscoe 2021, that is. Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2021 will be Leviticus 4 through 5 and Matthew 24, 29 through 51. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2021. All right, let's see. Today's devotion in the Daily Bread part of the program is called Trust the Light. Trust the light. Well, guess who my light is? My light is Jesus Christ. We shall hope that that's the light they're talking about. We're talking about reading John 12, 25 through 33, and 35 through 36. So that's what we're going to be reading today. Okay, here we go. John 12, 25 through 33. Anyone who loves their life will lose it, while anyone who hates their life in this world will keep it for eternal life. Whoever serves me must follow me, and where I am, my servant also will be. My Father will honor the one who serves me. Now my soul is troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. No, it was for this very reason I came to this hour. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it and will glorify it again. The crowd that was there and heard it said it had thunder. Others said an angel had spoken to him. And Jesus said, this voice was for your benefit, not mine. Now is the time for judgment on this world. Now the prince of the world will be driven out, and when I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all the people to myself. He said this to show the kind of death he was going to die. Now we'll be doing John 35 through 36. John 12, 35 through 36, that is. Then Jesus told them, you are going to have the light just a little while longer. Walk while you have the light, before darkness overtakes you. Whoever walks in the dark does not know where they are going. Believe in the light while you have the light, so that you may become children of the light. When he had finished speaking, Jesus left and hid himself from them. Okay, there you go. Hey, that was the Daily Bread portion of the program, which was brought to you today by the Bible with Frisco 2021. That's right, the Bible with Frisco 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Do not forget to tune into the Bible with Frisco 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. Okay, my friends, hey, that looks like the end of the Shen show, so we're going to have to say, well, goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, you know, God loves you, and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too.